I'm John Gennaro from Bolts in the Blue, and with the Chargers' first full squad practice coming up on Thursday, July 26th, we're going to discuss 5 position battles that will either be won or lost before the start of the season. The first one is the strong safety position. Atari Bigby, longtime NFL veteran, will be going up against rookie Brandon Taylor out of LSU. Bigby has the inside track right now just due to experience. He's had 35 career starts, but he hasn't really been trusted as a starter since 2009 with the Green Bay Packers. He lost his spot with the Packers because he wasn't able to stay healthy. Whether or not that's going to be different in San Diego, we don't know. If Taylor doesn't win the job in preseason, there's always a chance he can win it down the road if Bigby can't stay on the field. Taylor can also, just because the fact that he has more potential than Bigby right now and is a little bit younger and is under contract for a longer period of time, can probably win the spot if he has a really good training camp and preseason. The next spot we're going to talk about, next training camp battle, will be at left guard. Tyrone Green right now is the favorite just because he's the incumbent. He started the last 8 games of the season last year when Chris Steelman went down. He'll be going up against veteran Rex Hadnot. Hadnot has 93 career starts and is only 30 years old, so he's going to be tough to beat. He's probably going to come into training camp and preseason well prepared. He's well respected around the league. He started 16 games with the Arizona Cardinals last year and did a pretty good job with them. Specifically, if you look into stats, something like Pro Football Focus, they liked Hadnot a lot better last season than they did Tyrone Green during his 8 games. So don't be surprised if come week 1, Rex Hadnot is the starter at left guard. The third position battle we're going to talk about, a new position battle, is at nose tackle. The team just signed Abreu Franklin the other day. He'll be competing with Antonio Garay, who's been the starter for the last 2 seasons, and Cam Thomas, who was the backup last year. Garay was absolutely fantastic in 2010 and then had an average, maybe even below average season in 2011. A lot of people contributed to the loss of Luis Castillo being next to him. Franklin's signing is nothing to sweep under the carpet. It's a big deal. He was one of the league's better nose tackles when he played for the 49ers, so much so that he was even franchised in 2010. He left the team, signed with the New Orleans Saints last year, and really struggled in their 4-3 defense. The Chargers somehow signed him relatively inexpensively into a 1-year deal, but it would almost be surprising to see Franklin take a backup role. So right now, based on what I'm hearing, I'm thinking Franklin has the inside track on that starting position. Cam Thomas has a good shot at winning it as well. If not, he'll most likely be the backup. And Antonio Garay, unless he has a fantastic training camp or preseason, it's looking like he could get pushed to defensive end. And one of the reasons for that is he can play that position where Thomas and Franklin can't. The second tight end position is our 4th position that you're going to want to keep an eye on. Randy McMichael is going up against Dante Rosario, who has been a bit of a Chargers killer during his career. Both of these guys are very important to the team this season. They're obviously going to be throwing the ball a lot to a lot of different weapons. It's not going to be, one big receiver after Antonio Gates like there was with Vincent Jackson. They're going to be spreading it out, especially in goal line situations where they've struggled. I think they're going to want to go with a lot of 2 tight end formations. So this is an important position. The team could keep both of these guys if they wanted to carry 4 tight ends. They've never done that before, at least not recently, so I don't know if that's something you can expect. Both of these guys are very similar in terms of size, in terms of hands. McMichael's probably the better blocker, but Rosario's younger, so I think they brought them both in thinking one of them will probably get injured and the other one can fill in for him. McMichael probably has the inside track just because he's been here, he knows the offense, he's familiar with Rivers, and Rivers familiar with him. But if he gets hurt, which is an if, because he's been pretty healthy during his career, Rosario has a chance to step in and take that number 2 position, and I think he would actually improve the goal line offense a bit. On the flip side of things, if Rosario has a poor preseason, he could be cut. I don't know if McMichael could be cut without getting injured. But Rosario's spot is really, win that number 2 spot or get cut. The final training camp battle to keep your eye on, and everyone's going to be, is kicker. Nick Novak, who kicked when Nate Kading was injured last year, is still on the team. He was signed to a 2-year deal, and Nate Kading's coming back. Both of them are on the last year of their contracts with the Chargers. Kading's is about $2 million, while Novak is worth about $700,000. But you can make a good argument for Kading to get paid that and to be the one that is kept by the team. He still is the most accurate kicker in the history of the NFL, despite what he's done in the postseason. And after his last meltdown, we all heard he went and saw a counselor, and he's really looking for a chance to get back in the postseason and redeem himself. Novak, everyone jumped on board last year, especially those people who were mad at Kading because of what he's done in the playoffs. He made his first 11 field goals last year, and then missed a field goal in 6 of the Chargers' last 10 games, which lines up much better with what he's done over the rest of his career. So don't expect Novak to win that job unless Kading falters, because history tells us that Kading's simply the better kicker. That's it for now. Let me know in the comments who you think will win each of these battles. If there's any battles that I've missed, be sure to subscribe to SB Nation's NFL channel for more training camp videos, and to the SB Nation main page at youtube.com/SB Nation.